we go, an update on the resilient Jenkins. Let's proceed. So, Stephanie wants to let everybody know that she's scared of spiders. Oh, wait.
One thing about me is I 1010% believe I have, is it what, arachnophobia or whatever? No. I don't know why the frickers decide to come out when Drew's at work. I can see the hairs on these ones lately. They're huge. And I know, like, to me, even ones that are like this big feel huge. But this one was so big, like, literally. I started crawling under the bathroom door and I was like, no way, you're not going out there with my babies. And I gotta take care of this stuff because Drew's not here. But, like, low-key, I have the flashlight on it and it's, like, big enough to recognize something's up. And it starts, like, just standing there. I'm like, oh man, it knows it's on to me. I smacked it. I smacked the crap out of it. And I'm sorry. I'm sorry for the people that are like, you should bring it outside. No, I'm sorry, I can't. So think about me, I just can't. And I'm gonna be feeling like it's on me for a fat minute. I don't do well with spiders. Like, low-key, now I feel like I need to go check all the kids' beds because that's just how my brain gets. When I see one, I feel like they're everywhere. When I was a kid, my mom, she was the same way, but she would just be like, Atelier, like every time she saw one, she was yelling it in French. I don't even know if that's actually the word for spider, but should probably look it up.
Posted a video of her giving Addie a facial.
I'm definitely doing this to you after. You deserve it.
Good look, I don't sit for people to do nothing for me. I don't know, it's weird to me, I'm not used to it.
Well, you're gonna.
I won't. That's another reason why I like to do days like this for you guys, because I want you guys to know someone should love you enough to take the time to do this for you.
I'll do it to my kids and you.
I'm not worried about my kids. Well, I appreciate you thinking about me. It's actually very, very sweet of you. And I don't want you to feel like I'm dismissing you. So
No, I don't feel like
you have
that.
to fix mommy, because it's my job to fix you.
Yeah, I know it's your job to fix me. But also, another kid's job that they just do for no reason is to make their mom feel better when they're sad, because the kids hope to act cute, or if they're like a little more grown up, they can give you loves, they tell you that everything's going to be okay.
And I think that it's not something that we fault our kids for, because it's very sweet, and you're going to feel that way about your mom anyways, because you love her mom, you know? You're going to feel like you want her to not feel bad. I always felt that way about my mom.
Yeah. But I'm still going to do your feet no matter what, Mom.
Okay.
She goes on to say how you have to pay attention to the responses of children because it gives signs, you know, about how they're feeling, and recognizing your words and actions and how they affect those around you, and admitting and making changes. Oh, really, Stephanie? So have you admitted that you went and got yourself in this situation, and the reason why you're still there with Drew is because you guys are continuing intentionally making the same mistakes over and over? Have you realized that, and are you going to work on that? Will you get another job besides being on TikTok? Did you recognize that? Oh, you didn't. Okay. So let's practice what we preach. Guys, if you see flies in my room, there is nothing that I can do about it because it's about 3 of them. And I need to make this money, so I'm going to continue on with my video. Ooh. And she was basically saying that Addie is 11 years old. She can make decisions for herself because she is grown. Yo, you know, in the words of Stephanie, yo, child wants to eat this. Okay? I think kids in foster homes are eating better than this. I remember being in a foster home, okay, and I ate better than this. Like a tuna patty, all right, on a plate, served with rice and salad. Oh my God, wow. Great Depression food. I'm sure these kids are really loving it. The rabbit food with the lettuce. Listen, kids don't like lettuce. They don't want to eat salad. Like, you know, like maybe toddlers and stuff like that, but when they get older, they get tired of that shit. Let's just be honest. It's just like crazy how she goes and she makes this dish for them. Banking, making this money off of social media, and that's what you go and you serve your kids? That's what you go and you serve your kids? What do you eat, though, when they're knocked out and Drew comes home? I know Drew comes home like with a bag of munchies, and they're tearing shit up. But meanwhile, this is what they're serving their kids. Oh, my God. She did a recap showing what the kids did for the summertime, showing us how they went to the park and they went to the pool. them spending, a lot of time too, basically in the space that they have at the shelter, at the motel. And you know what? They're really lucky because me growing up as a kid in the shelter system, we didn't have that, especially living in the city. We just didn't have that at the places that we were staying at. I never had that at any of the motels that, I was living in. They're really lucky to have that space to like run around and stuff like that. That I do have to be honest, I do have to say that the kids are really lucky to be having all that run around space. But anyway, she showed us a little, video of basically what they've been doing so far, this summer. And it's fucked up too, because I feel, a lot of people feel that they could have went and did more things, so many free activities to do. Instead, no, there's always an issue with the car, some sort of excuse. And it's like, girl, if I had a car and I knew how to drive, my ass wouldn't be home. Most of the time I would be out, out and about. And they have a vehicle and it's like, what is the issue? Why can't you use this vehicle? Why is it only Drew can go ahead and drive this car and these kids can't go ahead and like do more with their time? I'm not understanding. There's like always a problem with the car. Hold up, because this is not the end of the cruel summer. No, because Stephanie and Drew decided to go and take the kids to a local park for them to go and do a workout that wasn't even in order. They don't even know what they're doing. They don't even know what they got their kids doing. The kids don't even know what they're doing. And like, kids really want to go to a park to go and fucking work out.
Like, what a way to wake up, baby. She used to sleep when we walked out the door and she'd pop up like, oh, what are we doing? I think I've learned that my metabolism is finally slowing. Like, it's always been really, really fast. And like, I ate a double stack burger last night and I'm regretting it. My stomach is not happy. Yeah, I think they were. Play with me, I actually did good.
She's trying to get you not to fuck the camera. Come here, sissy. Oh, this hurts. This is easy for me. It's not good. Yeah, but it's easy.
Hey, squat it.
My bone hot. Keep doing that. Where do you reach out? Spider-Man. Spider-Man. My legs hurt. I want to keep running. No. No more. Doing so many jumping jacks, I'm forgetting how to do them.
Addie trying desperately hard to keep up with her dad. You're good, guys.
Stephanie just went, obviously did this for selfish reasons because she wanted fucking views, okay? She didn't even brush her hair, let alone brush this child's hair, all messy, and said, hey, let's get up, let's get some views, and what we're gonna do is take the kids to the park. That's what we're gonna do. Everybody just get up, don't brush your teeth, don't do anything. We're going to the park. And like you guys saw, they were all working out. They didn't even know what they were fucking doing. Here goes Addie doing anything to please Stephanie, which is so sad. There goes Addie with Drew all the way on the other side of the park, probably trying to get away from Stephanie. And then Drew was just like going and running up and down the benches. And it's just like, what the fuck are you doing? What is he doing? He's never worked out a day in his life. You can tell, like, he doesn't even know what the hell he's doing. And this was all clearly for them to be satisfied, for her to get views, and another reason why these kids are having a cruel summer. Oh, and before I go, I caught that, and I know people did too, because you can hear it loud and clear when Stephanie is telling her daughter, who's doing jumping jacks. I don't know what the hell she's doing because she's not being given orders, but she shouted and told her to stop it. And it's crazy because this little girl clearly is trying to make the best out of the situation. She's standing here in front of two adults who, like I said, have no workout plan whatsoever. They're not instructing her on what to do. So she's jumping around, only to get shouted at by Stephanie, when really, in reality, it's Stephanie's fault because there's no structure, just like there's no structure in their fucking life and in their house. When I posted a video that she is looking for a gardening mama, she is looking for a friend, someone who gardens like her.
What's that?
Let me tell you something. I wouldn't smoke with her. I wouldn't garden with her if they paid me. Like, she would just talking about her right now is blowing whatever, you know what I'm saying? Whatever buzz that I had. Like, hell no. It would be so uncomfortable. She is weird. She is weird as fuck. No. Nobody wants to be your gardening friend. And then in the caption, she goes and lets us know that her and Drew went and made a promise that they're going to cut down on gardening. They're going to cut down on smoking so they don't have to go and feed their kids tuna patties like we're in the fucking Great Depression. Wow. We believe you. We really do. She said that so many times before. We're going to stop. We're going to cut back on the gardening and all this and that. You guys are not planning to do so no time soon. That money can go for more food. That money can go for savings, But no. Stephanie just came out with the video a little while ago, and she wants people to stop bringing up the fact that her husband is a PDF file who is doing life in prison.
A little cricket or something. I don't know. If that thing jumps on me while I'm making this video, I'm gonna punch it out. Listen, I can't wrap my brain around this. Okay, because if you can't tell, I'm not the content creator that thinks that I need to keep explaining myself over and over and over, because people think they just need a billion explanations for something, or they just need to keep throwing your past back at you like you weren't the one who went through it. I don't get it. A lot of people, even people who are up there, they'll just be like, okay, this has gone on for too long and I think I need to address it. And it's like, why? You didn't do anything. This is just hateful people making hateful rumors that aren't even freaking true. They're just talking to themselves. They're talking amongst themselves. It doesn't have anything to do with you. You know what I'm saying? And like, that's how I be running it every day, because I feel like inevitably people are going to say, and they're going to just keep making up stuff about me regardless of what my living situation looks like, regardless of how nice I try to be. When stuff starts rolling, my goal is to be giving back to people, and you'll still find a way to tell me that I'm wrong for that. I'm just prepared for you to just keep saying things. But it doesn't have anything to do with me. And I'm not going to sit here and be like, oh, I need to re-explain something from my actions from years ago. That was years ago, yo. You want to stay back there? Go ahead. I'm over here going forward. So, yeah. Keep saying stuff about me. Keep reposting things about me still being married to some piece of junk that I haven't talked to in freaking years. It's irrelevant to me. I'm so very sorry you're stuck on it. Very sorry for you. It's 2026, not 2018. So I'm moving on. You don't want to, that's okay. But that's just crazy that you think people need to re-explain.
Shut the fuck up! Nobody's going to leave it alone. Nobody. Like, why are you still married to this man? Technically, legally, your husband, not Drew. Drew is not your husband. Your husband is a PDF file who's doing, like, life in prison. That's insane, lady. That's insane. That's crazy. And you've come out with every excuse in the world to try to go ahead and convince us why you are still married to him. You haven't really given us real reasons. And it looks like there's definitely something more to it, but you enjoy being married to a PDF file. Then she goes ahead and she makes a video addressing her schedule, the kids going to sleep late, how they have respect for Drew and make sure, you know, that he gets his sleep.
For the longest time, I thought I wasn't going to want to talk about this until we got out the motel, but why not? I mean, why not talk about it in the moment when the feelings are more authentic as it is? I see people mention things that they think are miserable about a living situation, but here's some things I think y'all just don't think about or don't mention. It seems like it's been next to impossible to set these kids on a good, solid sleep routine. Like, I try to set them at a good time, get them to bed by 9:30 or 10, no later, but then the older kids want to stay up because they see mom up doing stuff and they feel like they're missing out. And then they wake up the little ones, so everybody be up unless I go to bed with them, which just makes me completely unproductive. Cooking in a non-traditional setting means that it takes a little bit longer to get meals ready, and then I get everybody else fed. The baby's fussy because she wants to have milk or she wants to be put back to sleep, so I'm eating a good 2 hours later than everybody else. It's pretty much routine every day that's happening. Inevitably, nobody really gets alone time here. I mean, the most that we get is like our shower time, but really we're pretty much up each other's butts all the time, which, yeah, people mention that, but you just don't know to the extent if you haven't gone through it. Going back to the first thing I said about how I have to go to bed with them at the same time, yeah, so I go to bed, put them all to bed, and then I get up about an hour later. I'm a little groggy, but I do stay up till 2 or 3 to get my editing and whatever else I had planned to get done. But yeah, it's so hard trying to be so quiet and work through the dark, especially when I need freaking glasses. I'd be blind half the time. And then y'all act like Drew's supposed to be some kind of robot and we're not supposed to have respect and like have the lights low and keep the environment quiet because he works nights. So like till the afternoon time, it's just quiet and we're just trying to keep a low vibe room for Drew can actually get some freaking sleep. And like I said, I don't like to talk about this stuff because I don't like to sound overly negative, because I get that like this situation is mostly the fault of me and Drew and not knowing how to do and make changes that could have maybe prevented us from being in the situation to begin with. So it's our fault, y'all. Like we need to get our crap together and get the funk out of here. But y'all, I mean, it hasn't been easy and you can be understanding for once. So anyways, thanks for watching. Bye-bye.
I'm about to go and finish up the video. Of course, this always happens. Stephanie goes and posts a video.
So one thing I've noticed about like trying to, sorry about the angle, but I'm cooking and whatever. Trying to put my kids and like just myself in more situations where we have more sociability and just like, I don't know, people are like, get yourselves out there more, go to church, do this, whatever. So I put myself in these situations, put my kids in these situations, and I find that people who are already following us, who already done made their fucking minds up about us, they're not even going to give another chance to get to know us outside of that. You've just decided, oh my God, I have access to their kids now. Sorry, I don't mean to say oh my God because like I hate saying that. Oh my gosh, like I have access to their kids. So now I can judge them through the scope of how can I pick apart what I see in these kids to pick apart their parents. Isn't that weird as shit? Like literally that's how people be perceiving it. Instead of being like, this is awesome, you guys are out, we get to know you guys in a different sense of like, let's start the slate clean. Get to know your mom outside of these opinions we decided are just set. Because again, weird as hell for you to decide you know someone based off what you see online. Unless you literally interact with them on a daily basis. And I've given my phone number to 2 people, okay? See. The other times that it's been used because someone pulled it from some kind of medical record, some kind of appointment we went to, some kind of freaking church event, and y'all used it. Whatever. But I don't get it. I don't get how you're just like, oh my god, this is the psycho from the internet. Instead of being like, hold on a minute, this is that girl from the internet. Let me just try to give her a chance outside this AI freaking bullcrap. It's not even all AI. Like this one channel, I try not to like mention her directly because I don't want her just getting a bunch of crit, you know? But like, her whole YouTube channel is moi. She talk about nothing besides me, and then when she does, it gets barely any views. But it's just like, those are the kind of people that people have sucked into being like, everything you say is accurate. Your whole channel is based off her, so it's got to be accurate. Your whole channel is based off a stranger. You ain't even trying to get to know the real person through her content. It's just crazy. It's wild to me. It's wild. Like I said, the wildest part to me is that we get in these situations and people like recognize my kids and they're like, let me be the saving grace and get to know these children because I am the rescuer. Wait, God, stop trying to play it. Guys, you want a snack? Need some juice. Where's your baba? Go find your baba.
She's talking about a YouTuber whose channel she be watching. She does watch our channels. I know that she's on my channel watching these videos. And you know what? Thank you for watching. I could give two shits also what you think about my opinions about you. If you don't want me to talk about you like everyone else agrees, please stop broadcasting your life for all of us to see. Talking like that. Why are you talking like that? I know. Okay? I know why. You used to be a hippie, you know, you listen to reggae, Afro beats, and you like to date African-American / black men.
Of course everyone thinks I'm black.
Stephanie went and posted a video speaking on Atlas and how her subscribers on TikTok are requesting like a day in the life of Atlas. And she's trying to keep a lot of stuff private. Basically, his journey with autism, the autism that she allegedly went and diagnosed him with. I don't think a doctor did. But anyway, she's saying that she doesn't want to share a lot of information. And to me, honestly, you know, it just looks like she's not taking him to a doctor or she's not taking him to get any fucking help. But here she is talking about it.
Hopefully I can stay freaking focused in this video. My ears keep throwing me off. Like, also every time they be showing, I'll just be like, that one time someone showed a picture of me next to Gollum, I was like, you look, you have no idea how many times that'd been missed. Like, that's how I thought of myself. Like, Gollum. Okay. Anyways, moving the fuck along. I told y'all I was going to be distracted in this one. So this week's subscriber suggested video, I only got one suggestion, and it was kind of like a day in the life with Atlas. Again, I'm going to try to stay on point, and I'm going to try to be understanding of everybody's point of view while I speak, because in the past, I've just been like, defense, not even listening to what people are asking me, and just kind of just spoke with my freaking attitude, and I'm really trying to not be like that, okay? So, I'm not comfortable with doing a video where I kind of just highlight one kid, especially like on my subscriber side, unless I was to do like a series of it, like each week maybe do a different kid, and you can kind of get a sense of just more of a like getting to know each one of the kids. I'd be fine with doing that, and y'all can let me know if that's kind of like an idea of something you guys would be interested in. I do think when it comes to Atlas specifically, people are searching for more than just what his routine is when they ask of me these type of videos for Atlas specifically, especially because a lot of them come with this message of just we know he's not getting services, we know he's not getting the proper care that he needs. Like, there's these assumptions behind people wanting certain videos of Atlas, and I don't know, it weighs heavy on me because, for one, it shouldn't be anybody's business what services he's receiving or what he's received in the past. I've already said that I don't like to share anything regarding my kid's medical information, period. So whatever services he's going to have, whatever it may be, I've already stated that I wasn't comfortable sharing that. And it shouldn't just be automatically assumed that he's not getting these services because I'm not sharing the process. And to be real, people saying like, well, we know. From what source? Because if people are saying that, then they're getting into his medical information or some, you know what I'm saying? Like you're assuming, or you're saying very boldly, we know that he's not getting these services. And I'm not trying to point to anybody specifically. I'm just talking to a few people that I've recently had to block. and removed from the group because they just want to keep reiterating the same thing. Well, I know this isn't happening. And I'd like to know how you can say that. Because unless you're, you know, invasively looking into information that you shouldn't be, you could never verify that information, if that makes sense. And again, that's not me confirming that this person is correct. I'm saying I'm very much confirming the opposite. How could they be correct or speak a little faster because I'm losing storage? But anyways, nobody could actually verify that information. And again, I could give a day in the life with each of the children, but I just feel like specifically asking for Atlas every time, it leaves the question, what's the motive behind? Hold on, please, guys. Okay. I'm running out of storage. I need to finish this. Sorry, that's gonna throw me off now. It just leaves behind like reason for me to be like, well, why specifically Atlas? And I know it's because this implication of just like I am not doing the best I can for him. I'm quite honestly tired of being okay with just taking that comment over and over and over. He's my son. He came out of me. I know him. I knew internally when I was pregnant with him. I just knew that this baby was going to need more from me. And I will give him my everything. I will do everything for that boy to have every opportunity that every other child has in this world. Of course I want that for him. I want him to have his way of communicating. I want him to have everything in life. But I won't sit there and spotlight him because people are so very curious about things that, for one, somewhat not your business, and for two, I just got thrown off because Drew just texted me. If a mother isn't comfortable sharing that information, or if it shouldn't just leave this opportunity to just be like, well, she's a crap mom. But, you know, it is what it is. I'm sorry if that's a little bit too elaborate, but okay. And also, I briefly wanted to mention, I don't know if I'm going to run out of storage when I say this, but I briefly wanted to talk about people keep saying that our kids are going to have so much trauma from this situation, and acting like me and Drew don't know that this situation is going to have some kind of mental effect on our children is wild. We're in it with them. We see daily the effects it's had on our children, but we are also well aware that mindset is a choice, and we're trying to teach our children that your situation does not have to define you. It doesn't have to own your mental space. Yes, this situation is hard, but to sit there and let everything that comes our way every day hit us that much harder because of our situation, that's not any way to live life. I feel like people are so caught up in this, well, the motel must be miserable. You guys should just be sitting on those beds miserable. We're still living our life. Life is passing by. My daughter is a year and a half, and she's my last baby. I've soaked in every minute, and I have numerous videos and photos that I've never shared because I'm not going to have that happiness that I was able to find in this situation stolen from me, because I should have never found happiness in this situation. We should never be content. We shouldn't be okay with being in this situation. The hell is that mindset? That is no way to live. That is no way to live. You carry the light in you regardless of your situation. You find the strength in you regardless of your situation. And if I don't know, it's wrong for me to be okay and teach my children to be okay with their situation. No, it's not. It's not. It's not. But you're going to see more of that. We're going to highlight more of that, and the strength that we're finding, the connections that are growing stronger. This situation has only made us stronger as a family, closer as a family. Things I've prayed for, growth I've prayed for is happening right in front of my eyes. And you guys will see more of it as we share just our family. And if you can't pick it up from it, I can't help you. I'm sorry. Anyways, I wish everybody the best. I really do pray that we can start just being positive towards each other. And if you feel I'm throwing negativity at y'all, I'm really sorry, because that's not the point. The point is to be confident in my path that God has given me, in the words He chooses to have me speak. Because I tell you, I pray before I even turn on the camera. Almost every time I pray that God flows through me and helps me to speak words that reflect His image through me. Okay? Yeah. So anyways, happy Friday, y'all. Have a great rest of your weekend, and I'll see y'all next time. Bye-bye.
So there goes your update on the resilient Jenkins. I'm gonna wrap this video up with the video that Stephanie posted about how she was sheltered as a child, and in a roundabout way, she doesn't want to do that to her own kids. but in a roundabout way, that's exactly what she's doing.
I'm going to start this video off by saying that if you hear in the background some hollering, it's because my kids are watching YouTube. I think it's called like Lanky Box or something like that. I don't know. It's whatever crap they're interested in. Honestly, I don't got crap else to talk about in this voiceover, so that's kind of an interesting point to bring up. Like, how strict are you with what your kids watch? Like, how much do you kind of let them, I don't know. I definitely pay attention to what they're watching and what they're playing on their games and stuff like that. I don't really allow them to play games that are going to be like online chat type situations. Those are pretty much a no. But what's that saying? Like, raise your kids super strict, you're going to end up with super sneaky kids. I mean, heck, I was one of them. I'm not going to say like every kid turns out like that, but I was definitely under pretty strict rules. A household that was very sheltered, and I just was like, bro, I need to break free and just be my little rebel self, which honestly I did absolutely nothing interesting, so that wasn't really anything. But I've always been too shy to be doing anything crazy. Yeah, my kids trying this after I did it was freaking hilarious. They did it obviously way better, but yeah, for the most part, we are not like super strict. There's definitely stuff that we don't allow them to watch, but that's just like common sense, you know, age appropriate stuff. I think it's more or less about creating a balance and then having an understanding for where your kid is at age-wise and respecting. Kids deserve a sense of independence and choice. I really strongly believe that.